Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Hope you are all staying safe in these tough times. So, we are moving towards the second anniversary of Kaggle Days Meetup Delhi NCR. It's 2 months, 2 years. Yeah, like we are trying to achieve 2 years of our celebration together. So, in order to celebrate that event together, and we have the creators of Kaggle Days as a community today. We have Maria. She is the Kaggle Days creator and owner, CEO at logicai.io. And then we have Dagmara Lipińska. She is a Kaggle Days manager. And these two folks have been extremely helpful to us in helping us grow and helping this community strive towards what we are. And we aim to help you learn better and faster. So joining me, it's Arshpreet. Uh, he is the organizer of Kaggle Days Meetup Delhi NCR. Though we could not get Mohini and Prajit on the screen because they have certain prior commitments. They also help us organize these events of Kaggle Days Meetup Delhi NCR. And it's like talking about me. I am Ion. Like you might have heard my name or you might have seen me from the starting of this community. So I just started this community in June 2019 when I myself felt that there was a need to start some data science things in Delhi NCR or like certain things around where people can come together and can learn, can explore things together and make something better. So that was the goal with which Kaggle Days Meetup Delhi NCR started. And I was very much lucky to have the support of Maria and Dagmara to help me keep going. And that's what's the result of 2 years of celebration of Kaggle Days Meetup Delhi NCR. And now I hand over to Arshpreet. Arshpreet, how have been your journey in these tough times of pandemic? Like how have you seen the community grow and how have you been feeling that how the people have been benefited from this Kaggle Days Meetup Delhi NCR?
I attended a meetup which was held at Tokopedia, where Grandmaster Abhishek Thakur was there. So from that meetup, I actually got really interested in this community, and then I started volunteering. So like it's been more than a year now. So since I started volunteering for this community, and I've seen this community grow a lot. A few months after I joined, the community went virtual because of the pandemic. So even then, we did not stop our series of meetups. We kept them going. We organized so many sessions, so many new events and all. So like it was a really great journey throughout, and we had many challenges in between, but we overcome them really well, and the community has grown really a lot. Like we've now, I think, conducted more than 2024 meetups, and so many panel discussions, and also it's been a really amazing journey, and I've seen people learn so much from it. Like I've seen people who just attended these meetups and now they're Kaggle experts and masters. So it's been great. So
Adding to it, like one of our attendee just recently became a Kaggle grandmaster, and like we have a lot of experts growing up from our community. So that's a celebration, and thanks to all of you. And I would now appreciate if Maria could introduce herself a little bit, just to give the context to the audience and before we start.
Yes, sure. Hello, hi to everyone, and thank you so much, all the organizers, for inviting us here. It's a pleasure. We consider ourselves a creator of Kaggle Days, although it's like actually you're creators because the community manages itself, and we just came up with the idea how to construct it in a way that everyone can benefit absolutely for free. So yes, I'm Maria Parysz. I'm a CEO of Logic AI, and I'm a creator of Kaggle Days that you can appreciate right now. So should I say a bit more about myself, Ian?
Or is it? We are good to go. We are good to go. Now let's ask Dagmara to introduce a little bit, to tell us more a little bit about herself.
So hi everyone, my name is Dagmara. I'm a Kaggle Days manager, and I joined the company at the beginning of the last year, and when my friend was onboarding me and telling me about Kaggle Days meetups, she said, okay, here are some documents, and if you don't know something, just check out Delhi NCR meetups. So if all the rest is doing it as well as they are, your job is done. So this is my job. I'm trying to make sure and support other local organizers so they have equally amazing meetups, because you are like our standard, like our ambition we try to reach.
Yeah, thank you, and glad to hear from both of you. Thanks for joining us today. Like Arshpreet, now we can start with the like some of the exciting questions that we have for both of them.
Yeah, sure, sure. So, like, we're here to discuss the vision of Kaggle Days. So, Maria, I would like to ask you, like, how did you actually come up with this idea of actually starting this Kaggle Days community, and like, why the team felt the need to start a community like Kaggle Days?
Sure. It's a nice question. I like it because it reminds me how it was like 3 years ago when we started Kaggle Days. It was like, I know that it sounds crazy because like data science has been there, but we sensed that we cannot meet. And of course, Kaggle is working online, although at the time they were like 800,000 people, less than 1 million actually. And we decided, okay, so it's a wonderful group of people. However, they are not doing a lot together. And we have approached Kaggle saying, okay, we'll organize a conference. We'll do a conference. And they said, yeah, okay, why not? You can do it. So from the beginning, we knew that it should be nonprofit. That was the first rule. Definitely, it should be available to everyone. So it should be like globally reached. And the third element is the learning part. So the goal of the community was to support each other and to learn, to exchange, let me say, like an experience of grandmasters and masters and even experts. So they can meet physically. And everyone at the beginning says, this is crazy. This is like online platform. And what you want to do is to organize a physical event and build a community upon it. And I said, yes, you'll see people will come. And actually first reviews were like, yeah, you're not official probably. We were from the beginning. We had like blessing from Kaggle and agreement with them. But some people were like, no, it's like, we are not sure how this will work. But we organized a meetup, an event in Warsaw, inviting more than 10 of grandmasters. At the time, there was less than 80 grandmasters all across the globe. And we invited them to Warsaw. And I remember the point when I knew that this will be a total success was when we invited Giba. He was the second at the time, and he agreed to come. He was in States at the time, or in Brazil, no, in States, and he agreed to come because he had some like Polish grandparents, like part of family was Polish, and he just wanted to see Poland. So we assumed that for grandmasters, because they were doing it for free from the beginning, it's also a nice opportunity to travel and to come. And so let me say we paid for their flights and coming here. Abhishek was also there, coming from Norway, and a lot of other wonderful and grandmasters. So what we did, we have organized this event focusing all the time on what Kaggle people like. So first of all, competition, exchanging knowledge, like no advertisements at all. We had some sponsors, although we haven't promoted them to this extent that like from the beginning, we knew that we cannot like be connected with any product on the market because we have to be independent, because we can promote any platform, any data science tool, any solution, and everybody is welcome. So we cannot promote any platform to the other. So this first event was like a bit risky, because we had like grandmasters coming. I met them for the first time, and you know, we could see like dozens of people coming to the event, and they were from more than 30 countries, and they didn't know what to expect either. And I remember that like the first day was 11 hours of speakers and presentations and workshops, and people just loved it. They were like, I just noticed that they sensed the vibe. There was some kind of an energy happening between those people, and they were like curious what will happen on the second day, on the competition day. It was new at the time, nobody knew how this will work, but they were like talking to each other, and they couldn't like get enough. And on the second day, when the competition was announced, it was like nobody knew how this should be done, because this was the first hackathon done in 11 hours physically. So people had to do it like online, and at the same time they had to team up. It looked like it would be too much to organize, but actually it wasn't. So people like caught it immediately. Of course, our organization was like top notch, what's top level. We rehearsed everything, we have prepared everything, and people competed. And they were like, I came to them, to several teams that I knew, and I wanted to ask them, okay, so how is it going? Do you like it? Of course, I myself couldn't take part in a competition that we have created. But they were like, Maria, don't, go away. And it's like, what's going on? And, you know, like for the first time, I saw hundreds, because we were like almost 200 people on the first on the first event. And they were like coding and exchanging views. And they were like in some kind of a hypnotic trance. And they told me, okay, Maria, don't mess with us, don't do anything, just disappear, leave us alone, we love it, and we'll meet after the competition. And, you know, like announcing first winners, people clapping, and the same, Anthony couldn't be there, but he was in line, announcing that, of course, together we'll cooperate on next events that will happen across the globe, because we knew that Warsaw is just the first step. And of course, there was Parysz, then it was San Francisco, Beijing, Dubai, Tokyo, and much more that we have planned for 2020. Unfortunately, we had to hold like because of the COVID time, we had to like hold on like 4 events that we have planned. But we are like changing our schedule to do it now in a bit different option, but still. But what I want to say is, like, from the beginning, we knew that not only events should have happened, but also meetups, because events were for more, let me see, advanced people, because there was a recruitment. Not everyone could participate due to some physical reasons, and traveling, of course, expenses. But in the meetup, we wanted to grab this energy from the first event and to spread it everywhere, all over the world, to as many countries as possible. And this is how those meetups started. So again, from the beginning, we knew that meetups should be free of charge, any charge, that it should be available to everyone, even in time of COVID. And what we wanted to do is to take this, like, small meetups, like presentations from grandmasters, and to make it accessible to almost anyone, basically to everyone that wants to participate in a meetup. That's why there is so many meetups across, like, on different continents. And this is how, like, it was the beginning. I knew that this energy will not end. And how this worked after the first event, people said, we will come back. And I said, like, we'll come back. It's like they are in emotions. There is this energy. Everyone wants to come back, but they came back. And we had people traveling from States, from China to Parysz, from Poland, and from States, and from other countries from Europe to China. And we had some also people coming to Dubai from states, from Brazil, from Tokyo, and from several other places, also, of course, from India. So this is how it works. People travel together with us because they want to be together, because they sense like the community vibe is there. And the same is there during the events. And the same time, it works the same for the meetups on a smaller scale. But I can sense it here. And I believe that ambitious people can help others. So when I hear the story, as you said, like of somebody becoming a grandmaster, it's like somebody achieved a success. And community gives you one thing, like sense of support, that you are not alone. And people could sense it for the first time, meeting together and discussing data science. I know it sounds like, it's only data science. Seriously, it's only this. It's a career. It's a way of thinking. It's a philosophy. It's like it's me. So I want to share me, and I want to discuss with someone that is similar. And Kaggle Days gave us the first opportunity in the world to do this. So if you ask me how was it, it was super emotional. I didn't know how this will end, but it ended in more than 6 million strong community. We are the biggest community in the world, the biggest community of data scientists and AI experts in the world. And I'm proud that I have started it. Probably somebody else could, but I'm proud of what we have done, and I'm proud of co-organizers. So once again, Ayan and Ashpreet, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for doing it, because I know that you are not doing it for yourself. You are doing it for others. So kudos from me, and congratulations once again.
Okay.
Yeah, like we're all proud to be a part of this community, and I'm sure all the people who have benefited and benefit out of it because of the support and the actual warmth that this community provides. It's actually amazing, and I'm sure it must have been an, like you said, enthralling experience for you to actually start this community. So, Ayan, maybe you would like to ask the next question.
Yeah, sure. So like though we covered why the team felt there was a need, or what, like Maria also touched upon the initial journey, right? Like how would this thing go, this very risky kind of stuff. But when did you thought that, let's say, like we need to get more and more people from multiple continents, right? Like we were, like Delhi NCR was the first in India. Similarly, certain other meetup groups were the first in certain other countries. So were you sure that this thing would work uniformly across the world? Because maybe the things how Indians, or the how India receives this community things might be different in states, right? And might be this reception of community things is different in certain other countries. So did you have this thing in mind that, oh my god, so like I started this, we got first good response, then scaling it to multiple countries and scaling it to country-wise meetups, right? How were you sure like this thing would work or this thing won't work? Like any suggestion about that? Like what were the things going on in your mind that how to make this community successful or kind of stuff?
Ian, I would like to say, and if I would like to get a nice PR, I would say I knew from the beginning. I knew how to do it. I had a plan, and I just followed the vision. I know that it sounds nice, but it's not true. And don't believe it. If anyone successful tells you this, there was like 100 mistakes and mishaps on the way, and there was like million doubts, and there wasn't a plan at all. Of course, I knew what I want to achieve. I had a vision of people meeting together, coming to a meetup, sharing knowledge, the same, doing it for free. So grandmasters becoming grandmasters, they are not some kind of a stars, Hollywood or Bollywood stars, unreachable. No, they are people who were once us, but achieve some success. They are super good, and they have like this obligation to the community to share what they have learned, because they also learn from others, not from themselves, right? So I sense that it should work, and we should like give access to people anywhere to this free learning opportunities of hands-on experience, because like probably you know there is like a lot of MLOC courses. They are open, they are online, and like some of them just don't work because it's just a like theory. You cannot do it in practice. And basically, you cannot do data science theoretically. You can, of course, in some kind of a university, but it won't work in life. So it looks a bit different, like hands-on experience and what we are doing on courses. So I knew that there is a niche for doing something like in practice, how to do it practically. And I will be super frank with you that I didn't know. I just had a vision, and somehow it happened. I shared the vision with others, and I assumed that Kagglers are similar across the globe. So we assumed from the beginning that local meetups will be as different as people in the country. So we allowed a lot of freedom. So I know that there are some meetups, also data science meetups, that are very strict. They tell you what you should do, how you should do, and certain rules that you should follow. And actually, we wanted to be different because we assumed that all the cultures and all data scientists in different regions, they are first of all of different maturity levels. They have different needs. They speak different languages. They have different backgrounds. They have different access to universities, to learning. So we cannot like push our vision towards them and say you have to like follow these rules. The only rule is that this is Kaggle Days meetup, and there is a couple of rules saying that there should be like speaker should be a grandmaster, Kaggle grandmaster, master, advanced expert, or a person who won a competition or had like certain achievements on Kaggle. And the second rule is it should be free for all, so we cannot expect any money for the participation. And the third rule is what there is even not a rule that it has to be done in English. I know that some parts of like meetup meetings in different countries were conducted in their language, which is also absolutely okay. So as you can see, like one more rule, we cannot restrict anyone from participation, and we should help those people. So meetups are open to all the levels. And that's all, and it happened. So I want to encourage all of you, if you have like nice, maybe not nice, but interesting, inspiring, or maybe even nice, as you call it, ideas of and you think like you doubt in yourself, and you think no, probably all the successful people had a plan from the beginning, and you know they had KPIs and business plan and everything was in place. It's not true. So just follow your dreams, because you don't know what will happen. I prayed for the Kaggle Days and Kaggle Days meetup to happen because I wanted to share the vision, and I wanted to make a change to the world for free. Why? I just sensed like that. I just felt that it's my mission to do it, and I wanted to meet people that I admired. So you can do basically the same. I don't mean meetups and Kaggle Days meetups. I mean whatever your data science passion is, whatever your idea is, you can do it. You can do it even without this certain amazing plan, because like. Okay, what I want to say, don't doubt in yourself, because somebody over there will help you, whatever like it's your beliefs, but somebody will, and you can achieve great things together with the community, and just use this community to make your dreams come true, because this is the place when you can share those dreams. I don't mean like another meetup or another Kaggle Days or something like this. I mean like your data science projects, because I personally believe that AI is the future, and it's the future of all of us. And developers who are doing it will have the best future of all, because we'll be creators of this so-called future. So just collect your ideas, bring it to the community, discuss it, and maybe you will start something amazing on your own that will become global one day. But coming back to your question, Iron, it's like if you were asking me, did I know? I knew that something amazing will happen out of it. I didn't know what exactly. And it appeared to be meetups because I wanted to have events that has happened like several times. Now we are planning like a couple of surprises for you. Maybe I will comment on this in the end because it will be amazing. And I knew that we have to be locally. So globally events and locally meetups. We have some other plans to make Kaggle Days community stronger and more not accessible but more influential. Yes, but again, will those ideas come true? I'm not sure. I can try. And remember, just to sum up, just I hope that I can be some kind of an inspiration for you, not because I'm brilliant, but because I'm bold. Because I said I want to do something and I did it. And I didn't know from the beginning whether it would work. So over to you. Like now it's your turn. You can do the same, basically. If you want, you can ask for help. This community will help you.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I ask one?
Yeah, sure. Dagmara, go ahead.
Speaking of how it felt, I don't know because I wasn't on board from the very beginning, but I had a conversation with Maria a few days ago, and she said that, Dagmara, remember that Kaggle Days is like my baby, and I can totally see it. And if you have a baby, you have no idea what's going to happen with your baby when it grows up, but you hope for the best and you fight for the best opportunities for your baby. And I can see that happening with Maria and our community. And since I work with her on daily basis, I can assure all of you that's the best mom, community mom, we can hope for.
Yeah, we just experience it daily. Thank you for that. And just adding before Arshpreet could go to the question to Dagmara. So before going to that, I was listening to what Maria told. So like just be focused, just had a vision kind of stuff. So I will just share a story before that I share my screen. Maybe you will like you will like this is from one of our meetup. Abhishek Thakur came, so it's like you can see like these are approximately 60 to 70 folks. Some of them could not come in the picture too. So it's like Abhishek, while I reached out to Abhishek, he told me that okay, how are the things, and accidentally the day of the event was the election day of Delhi. So like on that day of meetup, it was an election in Delhi. So Abhishek told, now Ayon, it's an election day, would the people come? So I was like, I don't know, I just had a vision. I wanted to bring people, I want them to learn with you. That was my vision. How many people come, I don't know, but I'm trying to fulfill my vision kind of stuff. That was an election day, that was a holiday, so like I couldn't expect these much people coming to the meetup, but definitely it turned out very good. So that's like I have felt it, and I have myself seen what Maria spoke. So thank you for inspiration, and it really works. So over to Ashpreet before you can ask the second question.
Yeah, that was the meetup I attended. Even you could even see me in that picture, a small part of the picture. So yeah, like Maria said, you've been a great inspiration for all of us, for actually starting out this community and following your dream of starting this. So I have a question for Dagmara now. So like now in these times of pandemic, how has like the community actually like what's the current reception of the community amongst data scientists? And like if I put in my thoughts, I think that although some of the people have not been able to actually be a part of it, But now I think that people have some extra time, and at home they can actually get involved in the various activities organized by communities. So I want to know your thoughts on this.
Well, pandemic was and has been exceptional situation, exceptional time in every part of the world. But I would like to focus on a good side of that situation. First of all, although before pandemic we tried to put focus on site offline meetups to be able to join and network and things like that, online meetups basically opened the world for everyone. So you can utilize one grandmaster's speech no matter where you are in the world. So that has been amazing. And I remember, this will be a funny story, when the pandemic happened and nobody knew how to act, or everybody, and people were calling and texting me saying, Dagmara, should I do another meetup or not? I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And I just got an email from Ion saying, hey, Dagmara, since we cannot meet each other personally, I just thought we could do online meetups. Do you have any advice? If not, I would figure it out myself. And I was like, oh my God, thank you, God, there's one person who's down to earth in this whole madness. So yeah, and I think that online meetups that have happened in 2020 were really, really good ones, and it gave people more access. And I think they are super important because many people lost their jobs, and many people started to figure out how to work maybe online, how to not to be attached to your country or one company, and like data science is on top of the skills and jobs that will be looked for within the next year. So I think like this is a crucial time for data science and Kaggle Days community as part of data science to give people as much opportunity to learn and to figure out their career, or make it plan B for the next situation like that to happen. Hopefully not, but you never know. So yeah, I think it's important to keep doing the meetups and keep showing people how you can learn, where they can learn, that you don't have to be like super, super experienced to start your journey on Kaggle and things like that.
Yeah, like I'm sure many people have benefited since it went virtual. Like our speakers, our local speakers could reach out to audiences from other countries, and we could also invite other speakers as well. Yeah, so it's been great for us.
Yeah, for us, the greatest part is we could host Dagmara and Maria because of this pandemic. Otherwise, might be because if we would have been on physical mode of meetups, it might not have been possible. Though I strongly hope one time it happens that Maria and Dagmara comes to India and we have a certain meetup with Delhi NCR where they're physically present.
Actually, I have to reveal some details from the past.
Before that, last question might be you can add your thinking or your secret or surprise to that question as answer. Okay, so yeah, like the last question before we wrap up this event would be, like, how do we plan to add more values to the community members' learning, and how does Kaggle Days Meetup and as a community would be helping others to learn, to continue their learning in these tough times too? So maybe Maria, Dagmara, anyone wants to go first, and you can add your surprise.
I think we can share this question. I will go first. Adding this information, we have been planning India event for 2020, for 2020 autumn actually, and we already had like some sponsors support. We didn't announce it though, because we were about to announce it in April, May. And COVID happened. So I hope we'll come back to this idea. I won't reveal when and where, but probably once this COVID situation will calm down, we'll come back to the to this idea and this view of organizing Kaggle Days event, a big one for a couple of hundred of people in India, because I know that we have a lot of followers here. So you deserve a physical event, not only a meetup, but also an event. So there were plans, and of course, our grandmasters from India has all of them agreed to come. Anyway, so coming back to your question, how we can bring value. I think that like most of all, what people need is they need encouragement. But actually, it's my saying that I know what they need. I don't know what they need. I met like a lot of data scientists saying to me, especially women, I don't have courage to start. Some people were saying, I don't know how to start because this is too difficult, or do I fit? Some people were asking, okay, I know how to do it, how to get a better job, or how to do some advancements in my career. So everyone in this community has different needs. So actually this value to the community members learning is to talk more and to give a couple of different options and opportunities for people who sometimes are too shy to say what they need, and not to assume that we meet here and we are all at the same levels, because we are not, and we do not learn at the same pace. So I'm super frustrated when I hear somebody saying learning data science takes 2 years. And I know like hundreds of people that start and they are expected to know, I know Python, like beginnings, I mean like basics of Python. And they should like do it in 6 weeks. And it's like 6 weeks and they don't know how to do it. And they say, it's not for me. They resign because somebody told them that it's 6 weeks. And I always say, so what about you keep it doing for the next 6 weeks? It will take you longer, but maybe you will like catch up later. Maybe some other aspects will be super easy for you and they are estimated for 5 months and you do them in 2. You don't know. So like my suggestion to you is first of all not to assume anything and to be open to everyone's learning needs, because we assume that to the meetups and to the events, especially to the meetups, people come who know how to do it. They are interested in data science. Like I have this vision of approaching people who will be in need of a basic support, but they don't have this first step like anywhere else and anywhere near them. So I have this vision of people becoming data literate, even if they don't have any programming background, or even if they won't be like any data science experts, but they need to be data literate, because if they won't be, someone else will create the future for them. And then they won't have anything to say, because they won't even understand it. So like my suggestion to you, be open to all the levels. And if you want, like you can, like for example, organize several different meetups on different levels, approaching questions and asking what people want, because then you will hear exactly what they need, and you might be surprised, because I was like several times. Sometimes it was like asking for very advanced topics. For example, I was asked to ask Abhishek to talk about some advanced NLP stuff, which he's like an expert in. But I also got some questions about super basic stuff, how to begin. And I like, come on, you don't know how to begin, everyone knows. And then I was like, oh, what should I do? I should help others. So actually, once I learn, I teach. So it's like, you know, this Feynman technique, that if you want to learn yourself, I mean like if you want to learn best, teach others. So my suggestion to you, the second one, after being open, is also to teach others on any level that you are, because the needs, there's like an estimate of more than 400 million people that need to be reskilled in the next couple of years. 400 million across the globe, including India, of course. And we don't think about them because we assume, okay, so they will catch up. We have got up somehow, so they will manage. So what if they don't? What if they need our help? So this is my mission also, to help others despite the level. So think of yourself as not the learner, of one hand the learner, second the teacher, and start teaching others, because you already have experience to be shared that will be worthwhile for someone else. Thank you.
Yeah, and since Maria spoke about courage, which is like the beginning of the journey, I would say, I would add some value to the other parts of the journey. So here we have courage, and here we should have credit. And I think we don't give enough credit to people who have built this community and who are keeping it going. And this is one of the plans that were frozen by the pandemic. But we've been talking and thinking about, some sort of certification and volunteering plan for everybody involved in Kaggle Days meetups. So this way you could be recognized not only by your community, which is amazing, of course, but also you could be recognized, in the universities, in other schools, within your potential future employers. So I think that would add value. And the second thing that I think we could do more with is some sort of cooperation, that people would communicate and cooperate with one another more in terms of learning, in terms of, creating the new teams to do Kaggle competitions, to do some cooperation between different meetups, localization. This is something which I feel has not reached the full potential. So, the cooperation amongst different peers within our community.
Yeah, thank you both, Maria and Dagmara. There were some really great points raised by you, and your journeys have been really inspiring for us. And we try to, actually live up to the vision that you people have, and provide more and more support to the community and reach out to as many people as possible.
Yeah, thank you, Ashpi, for the closing notes, and thank you, Maria and Dagmara, for accepting my invite to be a part of this event.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and as we are turning to, Anthony, the CEO of CEO of Kaggle, would also be joining us live at 10 a.m. IST on 20th June 2021. So stay tuned for that event too. I hope that would be exciting, and that would be real fun to hear from him too. And I hope the event turns out to be a little bit little bit towards education to you and to keep you going. Thank you to both of you, and thanks to all of you for joining. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you.